What's up, guys? This is update number 5 for Real Life Simulator. It is January 7th, 2023. Let's hop into it. So you'll notice, first of all, we've got a whole new level here. I call it the Underground. It's for a secret part of the game, but you'll have to play to really know what it's for. Um, I spent a lot of time in the last month designing this section, as well as you can see, messing with a bunch of different blueprints, seeing how the game engine runs on certain stuff. Anyway, so this is that level here, and then I've got this little thing I created in Google Blocks, which lets me design models with in VR. Speaking of which, got the VR headset, the MetaQuest 3, very sick. Alright, so then we've got around trying to come up with stuff. I also designed a ladder, but I have not imported it yet, and that's what these little red blocks are going to be in both the overworld and here. And I already kind of made a blueprint. It's not that much. It's like 2 nodes here, and it's when you grab it with the grab component in the VR controller, then it'll teleport you to this level. The end, easy peasy. But this one's just going to be a solid model. It's not going to be, the ladder itself. I just have that standing in. Alright, so nothing much has changed here except for a very large portion of the map. I got a height map off of Tangram Height Mapper, and I imported all of St. Clair, or at least a portion of St. Clair. That includes a place I lived before, the school and all its grounds, as well as my new house over here. And I mean, it's pretty rough, but this is basically that section of St. Clair. It's scaled a little bit up so that you can really tell a difference, like on some of these inclines, but it's pretty accurate. And I scaled that to the school as well. But we got obviously the turf, the track stuff. So yeah, but nothing much otherwise have changed on this part of the map, just because I've been focused on that and really getting into the modeling and blueprint side of this. And that's really what I want to focus on going forward. Obviously, I'm going to finish all of it, but here's the button right here. So this button, when you interact with it, like you hit the VR controller into it, the button will actually react to where the hand is in placement, which is very nice. It adds to the realism of the experience. We're going through these blueprints, so that's the button that I created. This was on me. I didn't follow any tutorials. I just used my knowledge of blueprints to make this, so I feel pretty proud of that one. And then here's the soybeans for the underground, as I like to call it. But we've got here when it's overlapped with the VR controllers, it's going to go to the player and send a message to the player, and that's going to increase the soybean count +1 for the player. It's going to play a sound that I made through a beep box. It's an online tool to create sounds. Pretty easy. And it's just going to destroy itself, so it's not going to exist anymore. Or that specific one. Anyway, this is the engine-based menu. So this is the widget menu. And this is what you would point the VR controller at to do different things. So that's going to be like your options menu or whatever. And this is the blueprint for that. So I've been looking over that and seeing what I can do to make my own and not rely on what the engine gives you. Although you can use it and sell it, I would prefer to make my own. This is haptics for the controllers, so it vibrations in the controllers to like interact with the world and add to the immersion. And this is the save game graph. So this is going to save different variables within the game, such as collectibles collected as a number or soybeans collected as the example earlier, and stuff like that. So this is going to really keep your progress in the game. I made some temporary textures in Microsoft Paint um, just to show a marker what's there or whatever. And as you can see, I've got roots coming down. This is the basic idea of what I want. I'm going to make it better with realism and stuff like that in the future, but this is what we've got for now, is just temporary materials. This uses PBR, which is physically based rendering, and you assign different values to different sections of the material. So metallic is metallic, and specular is not really useful. I was just experimenting around with this one, but roughness is really what's going to give you that dirt slash you know, textury feel to the materials. And normal maps are going to apply shadows within the material, so they're going to make it interactable with the world like the grout between a brick kind of thing. So, again, adding to the realism. And then, same for this, I was just experimenting. Here is the player, and this is based off of the Unreal character. I literally copied it and I added my own stuff to it, like in the viewport here. This is essentially what a VR player is. It's just a camera with some hands and a model of a headset. That's all it is. It's pretty easy. I mean, to visualize, really. But to these hands here, to interact with the button and the soybeans, I added a box collision. And that's going to let you interact with the different things that I've created. The underneath, as I like to call it. And I also, within Google Blocks, made a ladder that's going to replace this right here as a static mesh, meaning it's just going to be there and it won't have any interactability. And then it's going to replace the blueprint over here, because right now I just have a cube. It's going to replace that cube as the actual object you interact with in the space. And that's just about it, guys. So, just remember, it's just a platypus. A wacky platypus. See you next time.